and you must be delighted with that. A 4-1 win over Rotherham United, 4 different scorers, some great football played. You must be really pleased.
Yeah, I was, to be honest, Amy. We had a plan in and out of possession, what we look like with the ball and without the ball. And it worked. I mean, to be fair, it's been working since Blackpool. Since we played Blackpool behind closed doors, we've seen little bits of it, and it's got better and better and better as the games have come on and the quality of games we've played. As I said before, we haven't played lesser teams, we've gone strong. And Rotherham come from League One. And we've obviously made a good account of ourselves, if you like. Passed the ball really well. Scored some really good goals. Delivery from Ben Woods' set plays is just on another level. So pleased to score the 4 goals, but just pleased because everyone goes on about it's not important, the results and stuff like that. It's only pre-season. It's nice to win games, any game, but it's how you go about it, and we went about it in the right way.
Dan Martin and Liam Coyle getting on the score sheet as well. It's a rarity, so it's quite nice.
It is. Well, I said before about Dan, when he signs, is that we've challenged him because he's played all the games for the club, League 1 and League 2. And stats, he's got to get his stats up. He's a young lad, he's got loads of potential, and he can play high. We know he can play. He's a top footballer, and we challenged him this year that he's got to play more regular. That's on him and his performances, how he does in training, how he does in the games, and in terms of assists and goals, we challenged him. Can he score goals? And to be fair, Jed does the set plays. We never really worked. We've worked on that one, and that come off to a T. You know what I mean? But balls can get played in like Ben Woods' quality that he's got. And then Dan Martin's got the movements, but then you've got to be able to execute it, and he's caught it lovely and it's gone in, so it was a great finish.
You've been lucky you've been able to work with this group for virtually the full summer. Can you see them all really gelling now?
100%. It's always been a good dressing room. We've always brought the right type of lad in. First and foremost, got to have the ability, and they've come in. And then, as I said, that we've got a way of playing, and that's the identity of the team. We want to play. Sometimes, you can go long. So what's the structure like when you are going long? And then what are we looking like when, if you lose the ball? So if you lose the ball, getting in a certain shape, and everything else that without the ball that goes with it. And the lads know the identity, and even the lads that are standing on the sides or sitting on the sides, the subs. And so it's at the minute, it's I've seen it from the Blackpool game into the Blackburn game into the Everton game, the Wigan game for obviously 60 odd minutes, 65 minutes, and a little bit after it as well with the lads that have came on, and then obviously you've seen it there today.
You said obviously pre-season results aren't that important, but how big a boost is it? How much will it have buoyed everybody by winning today and scoring 4 good goals?
Massive. So that speaks for itself, doesn't it? But I like the way we've gone about it. I like the way we've tried to be brave on the ball. I like the way we've played. That's the challenge for the lads now. So it's consistency. Can you actually do that now next week as a team, but also as an individual? Can you be brave enough to get on the ball? Can you pass to your mate? Can he pass to his mate? Can he have a shot? Can he hit the target? Can he cross a ball? Can someone get on the end of it? So all the movements that are involved in that, stuff that we've worked on since the first day, what you spoke about, the 23rd of June, and you can see it there. It's coming nice.
I guess the only downside was kind of Grant going off after 10 minutes. How's he?
Well, he's had a little niggle. There's been quite a few, to be honest, and I've always stood by in terms of if anyone's feeling anything that they can't play, they won't be able to get on. So he wanted to get on the pitch. We'll have to assess that. Dan Martin, after assessing him, we've got a few other niggles before all that. Little strains here and what have you. So we put out what we put out. We had what we had, and we go from there now and see what happens tomorrow.
I guess it's wrapping them in cotton wool now ahead of what is Gillingham next week, the season really beginning.
Yeah, well, we spoke about that before the Blackpool game. So that's our first pre-season game. Yeah, that was behind closed doors on the training ground. But that's what we said. Everything that we're doing is geared up to, in the games, in the training sessions and everything else, is geared up to Gillingham. So, we're going about it the right way. We've got nothing for any, if it was 3 points today, yeah, you're going to pick 3 points. We've got nothing but satisfaction about all the games in terms of how we've gone about it, how we played with and without the ball.